Hey everybody, it is 6 o'clock on Saturday the 21st. And I'm finally making a video. I feel like kind of like I'm getting back to myself. Um, like I'm sorry you guys had to suffer through the no makeup videos and everything like that, but it's not the presentation, it's the information that I'm trying to get across. But anyway, I made a couple of videos about you know that everybody can kind of understand where I'm coming from when it comes to this situation that we find ourselves in, under the terms of this technology that is everywhere, and there is nothing there's nothing being done about it. Like, I was watching YouTube today, and they were talking about how there is a code on our food now that lets us know that there are nanoparticles in what we are eating. And they're trying to pass it off as it's, helping the flavor of the food and stuff like that. That's not what it is. All of the ingredients that they read off, with the exception of silicone, are conductors. They're metal conductors in your body. So when you hear these microwaves being transmitted, kind of like your cell phone. When you want to get in touch with somebody, this little bitty machine magically connects to a tower and connects to a satellite and finds that person wherever they are in the world, and their phone rings. And this is the same type of thing, except without the phone. Our brains are computers. They are conductors. You do not need, they are receivers. You do not need an outside source because we have bone conduction. It has nothing to do with hearing. It has nothing to do with your eardrums. It's bone conduction in your head. And it's also an amplifier. Your skull amplifies everything. So having said that, the nanoparticles in the food, and then 5G, which is going to soon be 6G, which essentially is a frequency that bothers the human nervous system. What it's going to do is it's going to make us mean. It's going to make us angry. It's going to make us intolerable to things. It's going to make us aggravated at everything. And that's what it's supposed to do, so that civil unrest, which is already foretold, civil unrest happens, so martial law comes along and fill in the blank, fill in the blank, fill in the blank. But they are right on schedule with the chemtrails, genetic mutations, the vaccinations, which are causing these sterilizations. It seems like it's a lot to wrap your mind around, but it's not. At the core of it, there is always human greed to some degree. And, people don't most people don't do things for no reason. There is always a goal, or, a like-minded point or vision that is the result of whatever is being pushed. And that's where we find ourselves now. I always encourage continuing education on what is going on. Like I said, my situation is a little different because I am, let's see, right by a Coast Guard base, which also includes home security is located there. Blackwater, which moved, but really they just changed their name to Constellas. And it's really interesting if you go to their website at the services that they offer, because no other entity, like government entity, like even the police, don't offer these services. Like, basically, if you read between the lines, what it says is, if anybody who, just isn't making the planet better, to let them know, and they'll, and I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because that's scary. But anyway, let's see what else. This is the birthplace of Edward Snowden. So there is always going to be like some type of, well, for me, if you live here and you know that there is going to be, you're always going to be thinking about that. That this is where, he started out, and this is how he got interested in whatever he got interested in, his dad, and so on and so forth. But anyway, then you've got your Black Ops facility, like, I guess 20 miles away, where they, I don't know what they do. They do stuff we're not supposed to know, but whatever they do there, with it being 20 miles away, we can hear it and still feel it 20 miles away, whatever they're doing there. I learned a long time ago that what they do is, I guess some of you know about the brain-computer interface, which basically they get data back. Just like data with anywhere else, like roaming or the basic cell phone data, but this is on a human level. Brain-computer interface, and what they do is they find something that gets a chosen reaction out of you. And what they do is they will keep using that, and keep using that to see what will happen if they push and push and push. And what I believe is that there are just some people that are not like other people. You're not going to scare them. You're not going to worry them. You're not going to make them angry, because, let's just pull the basic stuff out. Number one, you are listening to a coward, a terrorist, because they can't show you their face. They're not going to tell you who they are. Out of what, 3.5 years of this, I have yet to see anything. All of the things that I have been threatened, they tell me that I need to leave the county that I'm in, which is against the law. You can't tell people where they're going to live. They can live and where they can't, which tells you a lot about the intellect you're dealing with. Like, if you don't know the basic laws, who do you expect to believe anything that you say? You're an idiot. But they just make it up as they go. And let's see, like they use my spouse a lot. Now, granted, we have our problems, but we've known each other for so long that, it's, we don't really work through them, but we know how to work with them, okay? And, and they're like, this is, they're trying to say he's in on something, or they brought him here for whatever, and he married me because of whatever. And basically what they're telling me is that it has taken them years and years of listening to me to wait until I have said enough that I guess they can do whatever it is they're going to do. And in particular, what they threaten with me is incarceration. Because I almost got killed. So they use that BCI, but it doesn't work anymore. That's null and void. You can't go to jail if you haven't done anything wrong, and I haven't done shit. So, but, we all know that you don't have to do anything. All you got to do is, the right person has to be jealous of you, or, you have to know more than you should know, and then you just end up disappeared, but I'm not afraid of any of that. None whatsoever. I am a proud participant of this, because I love to tell everybody, how fucked up things are, and that I can prove it. Here's your chart. This is what you're hearing. It's not that hard to explain to people. It's really not. It's called quantum physics, but when it's broken down piece by piece, everybody, when you go to Verizon, they're basically telling you exactly how the breakdown works. So, you just have to, instead of a cell phone, use your head. So anyway, and they're threatening me. I have brain damage, which means that my short-term memory will suffer, and that I'm no longer able to learn like I was able to before. So, it doesn't mean that I don't try. And, repetitiveness is the key. Repeat, 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 repeat. So anyway, you have these deadbeats that you hear screaming and trying to tell you to get out of here. And they said that they're gonna prosecute me with something, but it's I get excited about it, because I'm like, I have got to see what this is going to look like. I have done nothing wrong. Actually, I've been a model citizen. I do the most. I do put 100% into everything that I do. And you're not going to have me. I know that some of us lose this battle, because we can't take it anymore, but I will say, I'm not going to lose this battle. I love Jesus, and he is my protector, and vengeance is his. I don't have to worry about this. I wake up and I hear these fools talking, but you know what? It ain't nothing to me. I'm able to understand what is happening and the gravity of the situation and the way that it is supposed to progress. And there's no telling how many people and what stages we are at. I'm not going to change. Matter of fact, the only thing that this program has done is pretty much, I'm not afraid of anything. So, all of the the threatening and the that's basically what it is. It's just 1 to 10 threatening every day. I'm not scared of shit. And if I mean that's you know what? That's like, picture a circus clown coming up at you. And then he squirts you in the face with his flour because he wants to have a standoff. He wants to fight. Like, that's pretty much what that is, except there's no water, there's no clown, there's no fight. That if this is, I don't know what this is based, like, if it is military, if it is, well, we all know it's more than likely government based. Any which way you look at it, on some scale, small. I mean, either United States or it is just a world organization doing it. But the thing is you have to raise your vibration. These people are unable to raise their vibration. So what they do is they run their mouth and lower their vibration even more. But I just think it's funny because it's like it must suck to be so bothered by all kinds of shit that is none of your business. And anyway, that's basically what it is. And everybody's in on it, and you're so important that masses have gathered and they're gonna murder you and blah blah blah. You know what is one thing is for sure in this life, any life that has ever been or ever will be, and that's death. We are all gonna meet our demise one way or another, someday, somewhere, somehow. It's not scary, and just because you think you're gonna upset me, if I walk over to that door and you actually show up, and let's say you put a gun in my face and pull a trigger, and then within like milliseconds I am in heaven with my Lord and Savior, and that's what you want to threaten me with? Seriously? This program was not built on any common sense. None whatsoever. There's no common sense involved. It is a mockery of a system that never worked. And the thing is it scares me for my children. It scares me for people that have to depend on other people to live. Because a house divided against itself cannot stand. And everything is falling apart around us, but it's supposed to. Don't let that upset you. It's supposed to. You get on your knees and you pray for your children. You pray for protection from them, for them. You ask God to lead them, because He's what we have. He is our only hope. But He also said this was going to happen. So do not ever feel defeated. If you ever feel afraid, remember that you don't have to, because nobody's going to fucking do anything. Nobody's going to knock on your door and you're going to open the door and be like, oh, know you. You've been talking to me. They are never going to put themselves in that situation. Ever, 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 ever. Because what would come of that would be obliteration on all of them. You know, once we know who's doing this, because you're not going to tell us, because you'd be an idiot, because you are a stomped down idiot. You know, it would be total obliteration for you and everybody doing whatever the fuck it is that you guys are doing. You're never going to give us a location. You're never going to give us a name. You're never going to give us a place. You're never going to do it. And you know, it's, I have no respect for men with no fucking testicles. And, you know, I really don't have any respect for anybody that just lives to be in somebody else's business. That's called a parasite. There are anecdotes for that, to get rid of those. So, anyway, I'm having a great day. Been in a pretty good mood today. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm doing my job searching and doing all the necessary things that I have, and just I hope you guys are okay, and I hope you're doing well. I know that I have like hundreds of friends requests on my Facebook, and I'm sorry I have not gotten to it. I will try to do that this week. If you have anything to say or questions for me, just leave them below, and I'll get to them. But I love you guys, and hang in there. Anybody that's afraid of knowledge, or anybody that is afraid of truth, is no friend of mine. And disloyalty is the ultimate gut death, if that makes any sense. I would rather be dealing with the worst kind of people than somebody disloyal that's a liar. And you just have to keep that. You have to keep that in mind. And, you know, I cannot stand a coward. I can't stand somebody that doesn't stand up for what they believe in, or things that they are proud of, or things that they love. I don't want nothing to do with that. You can keep that. You can go all the way over there with that shit, because I don't want nothing to do with that. If you are not straightforward and respectable, don't even mess with it. Don't even mess with it. I can't stand a fucking coward. I cannot stand a fucking coward. But anyway, like I said, I love you guys. And I will never be weak. I've never been weak, and I'm not gonna fucking start today either. Make your decision. Just because you're tired, sweethearts, from listening and from just constant running in your mind, doesn't mean you are weak. Okay? I'm not fucking weak, you're not fucking weak, and we're not about to start to be weak. But I'm gonna go ahead and post this. I love you guys, and have a good rest of the weekend.